Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Maybe It's Me with no other than your host, Trey Muns. Every time I come back to recording and putting things in motion, it feels brand new. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling talking into a mic and knowing it'll be permanently on the internet for people to interpret. But here we are. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're in a room full of people, but no one truly sees you? Or maybe they see you, but they don't accept you for who you are. That's something I've been reflecting on a lot this year. And today, I want to dive into what it really means to be seen versus accepted. Before we get into it, I wish I had some exciting updates for y'all, but honestly, not much is new. Oh, wait. Well, I broke my glasses. Did I tell y'all that? Yeah, I broke them and decided to get contacts. So now I'm officially a contact wearer, but I miss my glasses and I will be picking them up ASAP. Oh, and the holiday giveaway I was running, canceled. The people who joined didn't even read the rules, and only numero uno person followed through. So, shout out to Stanaya. You won. Thank you so much for supporting me. I'll hit you up soon. Honestly, it was real humbling to realize I don't have the audience that I thought I did, but hey, we'll more about that another day. So, back to today's topic, being seen versus being accepted. As I was thinking about this past year, I realized how often I found myself in spaces where people saw parts of me, my talent, my humor, my presence, but didn't really accept me for who I am. Being the flamboyant boy I am, I've always had to compromise a part of myself to be in certain spaces. Whether the room was even worth it is beside the point. Ugh. My trauma runs so deep that suppressing who I am isn't even a choice anymore. It's an instinct. This theme takes me back to my childhood because I've always been different. I wasn't the football playing, dirt running, play fighting kid. Sure, I played a little basketball, but sweating up and down a court wasn't my thing. I loved art, creativity, and expressing myself. That made me stand out like a sore thumb. But my fear of not being accepted wasn't just with other kids. It started at home, in my family, and in my head. Let me share a story. My mom's side of the family are Jehovah's Witnesses. My grandma was devoted, so I went to the Kingdom Hall regularly, mostly for her. Plus, I loved the little strawberry candy she'll give me. They were fire. They were good. I'm not gonna hold you. If you don't know, they're the ones that are shaped. Well, they're wrapped exactly like a strawberry. One day, though, the minister started talking about homosexuality being a sin. That had never happened before, so it caught me off guard. I felt like the entire room turned on me. I was just a kid, but his words cut through me like a knife. He didn't know me, but I felt so exposed. Then he asked everyone to turn to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If you know, you know. As the congregation opened their Bibles, my heart sank deeper into shame. My grandma leaned over, showed me the verse, and read it out loud, implying that it was the greatest sin of all. She thought she was teaching me, guiding me, but she didn't know she was talking about me. At that moment, I realized the people who were supposed to represent love and grace only saw me as a boy in their congregation. but they didn't and couldn't accept me for who I truly was. That disconnect broke something in me. I didn't feel like I belonged there anymore. That shame stayed with me. It made me believe I wasn't worthy of love, that something was wrong with me. I dimmed my light, softened my voice, and avoided judgment. Not because I wanted to, but because I felt like I had to. Those friendships I had taught me the same lesson. What it meant to be tolerated, but not truly accepted. They saw the version of me they wanted, the one who played along with their jokes and dimmed my light. You know, the arrogant Tay to the Ariana Fletcher. But when it came to embracing all of who I was, they just couldn't do it. This fear of not being good enough didn't just show up in my friendships, it followed me into my relationships, or lack thereof. I sought out only masculine men to compensate for my femininity. But the moment they showed traits like mine, I pushed them away. It was like holding up a mirror to the parts of myself I hadn't learned to love. When I was drawn to masculine men, it wasn't just attraction. It was about being seen as worthy by society's standard. But when they showed feminine traits, it shattered the illusion. It was a reminder that I was chasing a version of acceptance that was only skin deep, one that saw me, but didn't truly embrace me. This masc-for-masc culture amplifies the struggle. Even in spaces that are supposed to be freeing for queer folks, there's still this unspoken rule that masculinity is better. Masc-for-masc culture shows how even within our own community, we prioritize being seen over being accepted. Masculinity gets you the attention, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're loved or embraced for who you are. It just means you fit the mold people expect, not only in our day-to-day lives, but also in the media. Mass characters like Chiron from Moonlight or Lil Murder from P-Valley are celebrated, while openly feminine characters are treated like jokes. But as I grow, I'm learning to love and accept myself. I'm realizing that the parts of me I used to suppress, my softness, my expressiveness, my grace, are actually some of my most beautiful traits. When I embrace them in myself, I can finally see them as beautiful in others too. So, as we move into the new year, I challenge you to do the same. Stop chasing spaces or people who don't fully accept you. Embrace the parts of yourself you've been taught to hide, because that's where your power is. Thank you for listening. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.